by Chris Zalewski. That's a mouthful. I'll be right back with the intro. I'm a little late getting the lineups in. I'm sure you all understand. Another foul by Chris Zalewski. Another foul. Hanging in there, making that pitcher throw a lot of pitches. Okay, puts one in play. And it's a fly out. The right fielder. Now at bat for Whitman, Bobby Marshall, who is playing right field today, number 99. Another foul by Bobby. All right, Bobby waits, puts it in play, deep in the hole. Safe at first. All right, we're going to give him a base hit. That was deep in the shortstop hole. It's past the third baseman. A little dusty out there on the infield. We're coming to you from Legion Field in Bridgewater. Bringing you to Independence Baseball League. I'm Mary Watson, bringing you to the play-by-play. As the Bridgewater team hosts Whitman-Hanson, we're glad to have you tuned into this Whitman-Hanson cable access station. Now batting for Whitman is number 51, Tommy Marshall. So we have one on and one out. All right. Close play at first. Bridgewater first baseman thought he had him. Pick-off play. Very close. Some of the Whitman-Hanson coaches might agree with him, but it's what whatever the umpire says, and he said safe. Tommy Marshall's waiting for his next pitch. Puts it in play. And it's a fly out to center field. Hit nicely. But right at the center fielder. We have 2 outs with a runner on first. Coming to bat now is number 24. 25. 24. Chris Kenny. He's your cleanup batter. Not your typical cleanup batter, kind of a small kid. Looks more like Dustin Pedroia leading off, but let's see what he's got. All right, he takes a strike right down the middle. Drops in front of the center fielder. All right, and the runner with 2 outs on first makes it to third. A close play, but he was in there. So we got a runner on third with 2 outs with a bloop in single in front of the center fielder by Chris Kenny. Okay, now batting, number 3, Ty Guden. Ty's a big boy playing first base. Puts it in play. Looks like we're going to have a ride up. Yep, right between the right and center fielders, and he brings home the first run for Whitman-Hanson. It's actually an earned run. Last week we had a lot of unearned runs. Okay, now batting is Jack Allen, and he's playing third base. And he flies out to right field. So, at the end of the inning, we had 2 hits, 3 hits, and 1 run. And 2 left on. What's the number of the pitcher, Paul? What's his uniform number? He's not hitting. Wensley. Okay, pitching for Bridgewater is number 16, Casey Wensley. Left-hander. Good-sized kid. And pitching for Whitman is Gavin Scanlon. Okay, batting for Bridgewater against Mr. Scanlon. It's the leadoff batter. Cole Renee. Renee? Cole Renee. He grounds out to the pitcher for the first out. And one out. Now coming to bat, shortstop. I hope the coach gave me this name right. Ryan Guden. It looks like a G. It could be a C. I don't know. We'll find out maybe next inning. One thing these coaches are not good at is penmanship. A little high. It's another beautiful night for baseball. Not too hot, not too cold, little breeze blowing out from home. Spent a lot of time years ago down at this field when Glenn Tufts used to have his baseball camp here. My son used to attend, and all the kids in my neighborhood. I'm looking at the school out in left field, center field, and I can remember seeing Glenn Tufts hit a few off that school during lunch break to entertain the campus. And it's a pretty long porch out there. Okay, so there's two strikes on Ryan Guden. Takes a ball pretty close. Gavin Scanlon, the pitcher, thought he had him on that one. Right over the pitcher's head. Shortstop comes in, makes good play. And he's out shortstop to first. 2 outs. And coming to bat, it's the second baseman, Jack Barry. What? He's second baseman. Scanlon. That's his number. Scanlon. Number 16. Takes one outside. See, a potential problem in left field is the sun is reflecting off a car. I'm right behind home plate and it's bothering me. I don't know what it's doing to the batter, but it would bother me if I was up at the plate. Jack Barry's ready. Takes a ball high. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. It's a ball in the dirt. And we have Owen Sullivan. Owen Sullivan playing first base coming up. Owens hit his shirt. So he takes one for the team. Okay, up to bat, number 7 now is Chris McCoy. Strike to Chris. Pretty close. Called it a ball. Ball's a wild pitch in the dirt. Catcher's running it down. He made a great attempt to block it, but ricocheted off his leg as he was down the dirt for it. And the runners advanced to second and third. And that's going down as a wild pitch. Foul ball. Okay, here we are. Set for the next pitch. 2 on, second and third, 2 outs. And he's out. Call, third strike. So 2 left on, no runs. At the end of 1 complete inning, it is Whitman-Hanson independent team 1, Bridgewater independent team nothing. Area X Independence team. My producer is just a plethora of knowledge. Doesn't know how to load a dishwasher, but, you know, he knows everything about what's going on with that camera. Mr. McGorthy. Yo, Mr. McGorthy. We have a guest here. We have the batter's father. First name? Mike McGorthy here. His son is the catcher. Nick, he's coming to bat. Second this inning. So we're going to talk to him a little. Nick is graduating from Whitman-Hanson.
No, Middleborough High School.
He's a sachem next year. And he's a 4.0 straight A student and played for a great baseball coach down in Middleborough who just recently passed away.
Yeah, Lawrence,
Won a lot of couple state championships. Nick wants to go into, all right,
He wants to go to engineering college and possibly pursue designing, ships and subs and stuff like that. Wants to play ball, but his academics will lead him first, So he's be a good addition to any college club, but it's got to fit for his academics. And yeah, he's excited out here. He's playing a lot of baseball. Plays for the New England Premier Club out of Hanover, AAU. And so he's been playing ball. He had a baseball game this morning. So.
well, Mike, the more they play, the less time they have to spend in the bar room.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, so you hang right here until he bats. He'll be coming up. He's on deck. And we'll talk a little bit about it. He had a great game against Rockland. He saved 3 or 4 runs, which made a difference in them winning the game. Behind the plate, blocked a lot of errant pitches. And I commented to my producer that he was the MVP of that game because of his defensive play. It's a ball to Gavin Scanlon, who's pitching. We have a lot of viewers, Mike, because there's not much else going on. So,
Right. These kids are happy to be playing baseball.
Well, this is pure baseball. They play for the love of the game. They don't get paid. The coaches don't get paid. The announcer doesn't get paid. That guy gets paid. The producer gets
Now,
paid.
what channel is this on?
This is on the Whitman-Hanson cable access. So you have to.
So can I pull it up from my area?
I don't think so. From Middleborough,
No, I couldn't get it.
you'd
on
have to
Middleborough?
go visit
It's
somebody.
close. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
We'll give you the number before you leave. Okay, here comes Mike's son, Nick, his pride and joy.
Yeah, he's the
And
last of the litter.
how many kids you have?
4.
Boys, girls?
All boys.
4 boys. All play baseball?
4, Mom. Yeah, they all played.
Nice. Well, I had 6 brothers, so older.
Oh yeah.
So I'm tough.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
But I had an older sister who was worse than all of the boys. So. All right, so Nick takes one in the dirt. Good rip. All right. Took his healthy cut at it, and that's all we want to see. This- Fouls went off, out of play.
Oh, yes.
Is your wife here?
She went to the game this morning.
All right, so this is the second game for Nick today. So, on a 90-degree day in July, that's kind of foul tip. He hit it because it's a foul tip. Good cut, though.
I had 2 yesterday. One today and then 1 tonight. He's tired.
Did he catch the first game, too?
Yeah, he caught this morning.
Okay, now batting is Teddy Massingham, playing left field. I let a beauty come down there, right in there. That was right in there. That's what kills me, Mike, when they let those go. I wasn't a very patient hitter.
With neck on his AAU team, too. There you go, Teddy.
Okay, so we have a 1, 2, 3. Well, thank you, Michael.
Thank
It
you.
was great talking to you. And if you get a chance to visit anybody in Whitman or Hanson, it's on the Whitman-Hanson Cable Access Channel.
Did you get the number?
I'll get the number over to you. Okay. All right. That was Mike McCoy, proud father of Nick. Can you check on that if it's Coonan or Guden? Because I don't think it's Guden. All right, here we are again at Legion Field. Umpire has his COVID mask on, plus his mask. He must be hot. Kevin Scanlon taking his warm-up pitches. Is it G? Never heard that name before. No snack bar today, so we'll just have to go with what we brought. One of the things when Glenn Tufts had his camp here, his baseball camp here, the snack bar was unbelievable. Okay, now batting for Bridgewater. It's number 10, Chris White, and he is the catcher. Fouls it off right back at the backstop behind home plate. Made the producer duck. A little outside. So we got a 1-1 on Chris White. Foul ball. Ripped hard, but foul down the third baseline. So we have 1 ball, 2 strikes on Chris White. I believe he's throwing out towards center field, and one of my lineups just flew away, but that's okay. Another foul. Gonna leg out for 3. Okay, we have a triple. Chris White leads off the inning with a triple. The cutoff man had a little bit of trouble getting it out of his glove and getting it back in. And I think that made a difference between safe and out. But we can't do much about that. Transfer just took a little bit too much time. Seems to be some that he missed first base. Umpire said he didn't. So, as the late great Emmett Ashford, the first black major league umpire, used to say about umpiring, some call them as they see them, some call them as they are, and some say they ain't nothing till I call them. Ball, hang up. This is Jake Prisco. Playing right field. right down the middle for a strike. Ball. Okay, the infield's playing in. It looks like they're going to come home if they have to, if they have a chance. Third baseman's in, shortstop's in, second, first baseman in, so they're playing for home all the way. We have a pop-up, out of play. Ground ball. Third, checks the runner, throws out. Okay, good play defensively. Runner really didn't have much of a chance. The ball was hit right next to him on the ground. So we have a runner on third with one out, and up to bat right now is Mike Lagud. Lajadis. Sorry. I'm Irish and I'm not used to these foreign names like Lajadis. Ooh, hit hard. Single out into right field. Second baseman didn't have much of a shot at it because he was playing in to keep the runner from scoring. Sometimes that backfires on you. So right now the score is 1-1. Nice off-speed pitch by Gavin Scanlon. Kind of had the batter in knots. All right, and the umpire just called a balk on Gavin Scanlon. The runner moves to second. Okay, we have one out. Runner on second. Okay, 2 strikes is the count. If you can get this batter, he can get himself out of a little bit of a jam. And he did. Struck him out swinging. So Luke Payton goes down for the second out. And now batting is number 1, Luke Barry. Nice stop by the catcher again. He's active. This is his second game today catching too, so it's a hot day. This kid is dedicated to the game. Scanlon's having a hard time finding the plate right now. He's got 2 outs. At the bottom of the order, it would be nice to get this guy. All 3. It's 4 straight balls to Luke Barry and brings up the top of the order. Colin Renane, who grounded out to the pitcher last time up. All right, coach is out talking to Gavin Scanlon about not throwing strikes. All right, here we go. We have a runner on second. We have 2 outs in a tie game. Bottom of the second. Great stop by Nick McCoy again to keep the ball in front of him. Against Rockland, he saved probably 4 or 5 runs. Digging balls out of the dirt when runners are on. Hits hard.
Let's go!
And the gap over the right center field. It's going to probably bring in 2. Nope, 1. It plates 1. Okay. We have a double by Cole Renane and brings in 1 run. And we have 2 runners on. We have a runner on third, second, 2 outs. A fastball on that one. Okay, ball's way up in the high. Catcher couldn't handle it quite as well as we would have wanted. Little mix-up in signals. I think he was not expecting a ball 6-something feet high. Foul be right off the backstop, landed right in front of me. Coach is on it. Coach has got a good arm. Gets it back in play to the pitcher. Here we go. We're set for the pitch. Runners on second and third. Foul right back to the backstop again. I'm sorry, there's a runner on third. It is 3-1. Gavin Scanlon is struggling with his control. It's hit a ton. Off the fence. I mean, way. That was hit a ton. That fence is way out there. Okay. We have a double by Ryan Guden. And he brings in Colin Renane. Coach is back out. I think we'll see a pitching change. I didn't think we'd see one out near the fence. But that one was off the fence. It was almost out of here. The wind is blowing out slightly. Now pitching for Whitman is Ty Guden, who was playing first base. Got to see who they're going to put in to play first base. They haven't come over to tell us yet. Okay, they're just swapping. Gavin Scanlon's going to first base. And the first baseman, Ty Guden, is coming in to pitch. So there's no change to the batting order, no change to the lineup, no new names. Okay. Ty has taken his warm-up pitches.
Hey, right, you down, right? Come on now. Hey, Jack, let's go.
Ty Gordon lives in Hanson. Plays for the Whitman-Hanson team. He's a senior and a junior. He's a junior. Hopefully next spring he'll have a senior year at Whitman-Hanson. It's a strike to the batter, Jack Barry, number 4. Another strike and it's fouled off. It's 0-2. Okay, we have a run on second, 2 outs, 3 runs in. Another foul over the right field fence. Behind the dugout. Jack Barry's ready for the next pitch. Foul. Off the catcher. Off the umpire. Got him. Swing and strike. So that's the end of 2 complete innings. It is 4. Bridgewater Raynham 4, or Bridgewater 4, and Whitman 1. Coming to bat is for Whitman. Next inning is starting off is Cole Levangie. And just a reminder that we are coming to you from the Whitman-Hanson cable access station, and on camera are James Cullity. Paul Watson is on the camera and is also producing. I'm Mary Watson, your announcer, and we're having a great time. It's a beautiful night for baseball.
Wind's coming in from left field now.
That's changed. The wind has changed now. It's coming kind of cross from left to first base. But it wasn't strong. That one that hit the fence was all the batter's responsibility. It was just a mild wind. But we got a hold of it. It's a deep, deep left field. Major league proportions. How do you say that name? Number 13 pitching for Bridgewater is Ian, and we're trying to get the correct pronunciation of his last name. Fly ball. Left field has it. Right. Cole got a lot on it, but it was right at the left field. Batting the top of the order, Chris Zalewski. Huh? Pitching for Bridgewater is Ian Betson-Ellis. Before our next game, I am going to have both coaches take a printing test so I can read their lineups. Oh, nice. Line drive, single to center field. Nice rope by Chris Zalewski, and he leads. One out, and he is on first base.
I know, that stinks.
Okay, now batting. Following it off is number 99, Bobby Marshall. So we have one out, one on first.
Probably should have gotten the ball.
Are they brothers?
I don't know.
Okay. Ian looks in. Throws a nice strike. It's kind of obvious that the high school didn't play this year because the field is not in great shape. The mound is really kind of a sand pile right now. I think it might be affecting the pitches a little bit, trying to get a good footing there. It's just not well maintained, but where there was no school, and the school plays here, he probably didn't think much about it. It's a line. Okay, the line shot to third, and it is handled by the third baseman for the second out. The runner gets back to first in time. So we have two outs, one on, and we have up at bat number 51, Tommy Marshall. Tommy flied out to center field last time up. Tommy's going to be a senior at Whitman-Hanson next year. Takes a strike. Hit hard. Left the field, got over there, just hung up there a little too long. And that's 3. And at the end of 3.5 innings, the score is Bridgewater 4, Whitman-Hanson 1. lot of these kids play AAU teams and had games already this morning. So you got to think that they love the game of baseball to be doing this. And probably a little bit tired of being quarantined for 4 months. So. Nick McCoy, who's catching, has caught a game this morning, is catching it on. That's a lot of work to catch two games in one day, especially on a hot day like this. Nick is retiring. Okay, now catching for Whitman.
24.
Number 24, Chris Kenny, who goes to Archbishop Williams, but he lives in Whitman. He'll be a senior at Archie Bills next year. Okay. He was the extra hitter, so they lose their extra hitter, and he moves into catching. Oh, okay. Batting for Bridgewater is number 21. Owen Sullivan. Owen was hit by a pitch last time up. Kind of just a little sissy hit off his shirt. Didn't take any war wounds away from it. Good cut, fouls it off over the Bridgewater Raynham dugout. Ooh, looked pretty good, but umpire didn't think so. Well, it's a ball. It's a single between the first and second baseman, hit hard on the ground. So Owen Sullivan is on first base, and now batting is the center fielder, Chris McCoy. So we have a runner at first, no outs. All right, we have a error on the second baseman, and he's also hurt. Looked like we had an easy double play there, but something happened to the second baseman. He went to field it, and he twisted his leg. Oh, took a bad hop and hit him. I think it hit him. See if you can get him to come over here. Coach, can we have that change over here?
Bird's coming in for T Marshall.
Who?
Bird.
Okay. Thank you. Dan Bird is in for Tommy Marshall, who got hurt on that play. Ball took a bounce. We have runners on first and third after that. No outs. Chris White is up. Ooh. The ball. Okay, we have a hits Batman. Got him on the visor of his cap. Okay, we have bases loaded and we have no outs for Bridgewater. And batting is Jake Prisco. Okay, they're coming home. They're coming in. Bases loaded. Jake Prisco is waiting. Strike. Jake is the third baseman. Gets a hold of it. We go to second for one. First. Two. They turn the double play. 4-6-3. Second base to short. To first. But a run comes in. Good decision, though. I don't think he would have had him at home. So we have a runner at third. And we have Mike Laguris up playing left field. Laguris singled and scored the last time he was up. Okay, he's in the hole now with 2 strikes. Runner on third. Nice stop by the catcher, Chris Kenny. It's a foul ball, just foul. Just foul. A lot of hustle. The runner at third was coming all the way. Mike Laguris takes one high. Chris Mccoy is on third. 2 outs. Puts it in play. Right fielder takes it in. So they get out of it with just Whitman-Hanson only gave up 1 run. And at the end of 3 complete innings, the score is 5, Bridgewater, Whitman 1. Mr. McCarthy, what happened to the second baseman? What happened to the second baseman?
I took a ball off the nose.
Oh, okay. Second baseman on that appeared to be a double play coming up. Tommy Marshall took a bad hop at the last second and hit him in the nose, which is not a pleasant thing. So he has been replaced. Dan Bird replaced him at second base. I have one of the parents here giving me a lot of sidebar information. So. Now batting for Whitman-Hanson is Chris Kenny, who was the extra hitter but is now catching. It's the top of the fourth inning. Once again, a beautiful day. Okay, 2 strikes, 0-2. Chris Kenny is in the hole. What by a very nice pitch. Pitcher just wasted that one.
I had the Clancy, so I was at the protection. So I just got the triple. And I leaked over the
2-2. And bats and last is warming up. Here we go. Off-speed pitch, and Chris Kenny pops out to first base for the first out of the inning. Now coming to bat is Ty Guden, who moved from first base to pitcher. Swap positions with Gavin Scanlon, who was pitching and is now playing first base. Nice stop by the catcher, saved the umpire. Ball 1. Ball 2.
We were nasty. We were nasty.
Big cut by Ty Gordon. Big cut. He's a big boy. He's a very big boy. Would not like have to feed this kid every day. Just outside, as Bob Uecker would say. Just outside. That one looked really good. I don't know why he didn't like that one. That was right in his wheelhouse. So full count, 3-2. Little high. So we have 1 out, 1 on. Coming up to bat, number 2, the third baseman, Jack Allen. Jack flew out to right field the last time up. Foul ball off to the left field over the Bridgewater dugout. Nice pickup, nice stop by the catcher. Keep that runner on first. Ball was in the dirt. It's really a shame the field is not in good condition. What happens when the high school players don't play, then the town maintenance people just let it go. You know, and like, it's when you see bad bounces, like the kid who got hit in the nose at second base and stuff, you know. It's ironic, the farther you go in baseball, the better the fields are. Like if you get in college, the fields will be much better than they are here. You go to the pros, the fields are much better there. These kids play on fields that are pretty crummy sometimes, and they have to play bad bounces and bad batter's box and bad pitcher's mounds. Also, the higher you go up, less frustration there is with the umpires, because the umpires tend to be better too. But this guy seems to be doing a good job behind home plate, so we won't complain about him. We have a swinging strikeout on Jack Allen. So we have 2 outs. We have Gavin Scanlon, who's playing first base now, coming to bat. Gavin's tall, pretty good sized guy. Gavin was a senior this year. He lives in Hampton, and next year he's going to Mass Maritime. So good luck to him down there. All right, and he fouls out to the first baseman near his own dugout for the 3rd out of the inning. So at the end of 4.5 innings, we have Bridgewater Raynham 5, Whitman-Hanson 1. We're coming to you from the Whitman-Hanson cable access channel. We're covering the Area X Independent Baseball. On camera is James Cullity, Paul Watson, and I'm your announcer, Mary Watson. Coming up to bat for Bridgewater, bottom of the 4th, is Luke Payton. Nicholas McCoy, who was catching, played at Middleborough High School, who recently lost their coach, Lawrence Young, coach who won several state championships. And our condolences go out to Coach's family and his players. Okay, here we go, bottom of the 4th. Luke Payton, number 15. Last time up, Luke struck out. We have a strike on Luke. Nice ball in the dirt. Nice pickup by the catcher. Chris Kenny's very, very dusty and dry. A lot of loose dirt there. Little outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Little late on the swing. We have a full count, 3-2. It's high for ball 4. So Luke's on. to lead off the inning, and coming up now is Luke Barry, number 1. Lefty. Fouls it off. Strike 1. It's a ball, 1-1. Ball 2. It's fouled. Fouled off the catcher's glove. One ball, 2 strikes. Alright, anything close, he should be ready for swinging. And he did, and he missed it. Throw down to first to hold the runner. So we have 1 out, 1 on, top of the order up with Colin Renee. Colin grounded out his first time up and singled and scored a run his second time up. So we have 1 out, 1 on, top of the order. Another single right between the first and second baseman. And we have runners on first and second now with 1 out. Up to bat now is Ryan Guden, the shortstop, number 2. Nice breaking pitch. Beautiful curve. Fall off the table curve. Strike 1. Another one. Oh. He thinks he had that one. I thought he might have had that too, but we're 1-1. Okay, strike 2, 1-2 to Ryan. Time is called by the umpire. Oh, he went upstairs for a high one. Strikeout, that would have been a ball. The coaches told him it was 20 feet over his head. Okay, here we go. Jack Barry is up, second baseman. We have two on, 2 out. Trouble, it drops in there.
Oh, get out. Go around.
Got him.
That a boy!
Hey, way to be, Jack. Sneaky back.
All right, he scores on a ball that Jack Barry dropped in between the second baseman and the right fielder. Looked like he was dead out, but didn't get him.
Like, as the kid. Yes, yes.
Catcher doesn't seem to be arguing, so he probably missed him. Okay. We have a new pitcher in. What's his number?
Bobby Marshall. 99. Bobby Marshall.
Bobby Marshall has moved from right field to pitching. Pitcher came out, and I'd like to know that who went in for Ty Guden, who came out, and who's playing right field. That would be nice if we could find that out.
McKay's coming in for Scanlon,
Yep.
and then Whitman's going to lead off next inning from McCoy. Most likely.
Whitman.
Yep.
What's his first name?
TJ?
TJ. Okay, thanks. Cool. What's his number? 6 is 6 pitching?
99.
Okay. Okay, Bobby Marshall has moved from right field into pitch. Okay, it's hit to deep left center, which scores 2 runs. So Owen Sullivan knocks in 2 runs with 1 swing of the bat. Ends up on second base, and now batting is Chris McCoy. Ooh, okay, that's a ball. So it's 8-1 now. Getting a little out of hand here. Good cut. 1-1 on Chris McCoy. All right, 6-3. We have the third out, but after 3 runs score. So at the end of 4 complete innings, it is 8-1 Bridgewater. Okay. TJ Whitman will be leading off. It's not right.
Number 11's pitching for Bridgewater.
I don't even have a number 1. Okay, Richie Emerald. Is that? I need the producer's help here. Is that an R or a C? Is it Emerald? What is that letter right there? Why don't you ask? We have a picture, Richie. We're trying to figure out his last name. TJ Whitman, who will be a senior next year at Whitman-Hanson, lives in Hanson, is now batting. Huh?
You're right.
Emerald? Richie Emerald is now pitching for Bridgewater. All right, this is TJ's first time up. And he gets hit by a pitch. All right, now batting is number 9, Teddy Massingham. He's playing left field. Nice move to first to hold the runner tight.
You know how you do it, right?
Now the throw to first, close, but he's safe. Teddy Massingham's digging in. That's an error on the pitcher. He had a beautiful double play ball. Okay, he threw it to second for a double play, and it was about 2 feet to the left of the second baseman, who was waiting for it and he just balked to make things worse. So these are the things that drive coaches crazy. Had a good time to be 2 outs, nobody on. Now we have runners on second and third and no outs. Cole Levangie is now batting. I went to school with Cole's grandparents, Jeannie and Alan Levangie, back in the good old days, class of 1963. This is going to be trouble. Right field has it. No tag out. Save. So we have 1 out, runners on second and third. And the top of the order is coming up with Chris Zalewski, who can hit the ball. Nope. It's not Chris. Nice stop by the catcher. Save a run.
Yeah, that was
Huh?
25.
Oh. Okay, we're off the pitcher's glove on a high hop. We're going to give him a base hit on that. He was up as high as he could and couldn't get it. And run scores. It's an unearned run because there should have been 3 outs. They had turned that easy double play instead of throwing the ball into left field. So Whitman-Hanson has picked up a run, which they definitely needed. Producer has given me the evil eye because I have a tendency to tap the pencil on the table in between plays. And it messes up his audio. I stop again by the catcher. This pitcher is his own worst enemy. And he walks him full. He is not helping his own cause very much. We have 1 out. 1 run in, and we have the bases loaded. Or as they say, 3 ducks on the pond. Okay, now batting for Whitman is Dan Bird, who's playing second base. Went in after Tommy Marshall took a bad hot ball off his nose. Dan Bird is from Duxbury. He'll be a junior there next year. So when you want to play baseball, you'll find a team. So he's from Duxbury, and he stopped playing for Whitman-Hanson because that's the only place he could find to play. Short, compact kid, small strike zone. This pitcher is struggling. I think that missed double play where he threw it into center field is still on the back of his mind. Foul ball down the third baseline. Bases loaded, 1 out. Hit pretty good. Center field. Alright, alright, no tag up, so. So now batting number 24, Chris Kenny, who's took over the catching duties from Nick McCoy. Gets this guy and gets out with 1 run. He's done a great job because this had disaster written all over it. Oh, yeah. All right, 6-3. 3 outs, only 1 run in, which I'm surprised because things weren't looking good. So, at the end of 5.5 innings, it is Bridgewater 8, Whitman 2. And once again, to remind you, this is the Whitman-Hanson Community Access Station. And we're at Bridgewater Legion Field. Just enjoying ourselves on a beautiful night for baseball. A few fans, mostly parents. I think McCoy's not catching, he's just warming them up. The other kid is getting stuff on. Number 24, Chris Kenny. Producer's trying to mess with me. He thinks that the kid without a chest protector on is going to catch, but he's just warming up the pitcher. While the catcher gets his gear on because he was on base.
I need a bubble to protect me from you.
He has to wear a mask, but he doesn't have to wear the rest of the gear to warm up. So here we go. The real catcher, Chris Kenny, is ready. Got all his gear on. He's going to throw it down so we can start the bottom of the 5th inning. And starting off the 5th inning for Bridgewater at bat will be Chris White, number 10, the catcher. You can kind of always tell the catchers, their uniform, especially their legs, are always so much dirtier than the rest of the team. And this kid is no exception. He looks like Pigpen from the waist down. From the waist up, he's a handsome, good-looking fellow. So Chris White stepping in. You never want to be the mother of the catcher or a lineman in football because their uniforms are always gross at the end of the games. It's nicer to be the mother of the quarterback. Okay, we have 2 balls on Chris. Three. Ooh, he swings at the 3-0, gets a good rip on it, but it's foul. That's what I like to see, an aggressive batter. The second strike. Catcher thought it was the 3rd, threw it down at the 3rd. All right, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him. He's up.
Okay, a double. A double, and he's thrown out. and trying to stretch it into a triple. Coach was yelling all the way, don't go three, don't go three. But Chris White thought he could, and he was wrong. Coach was right. And his slide into third was pretty bad too. So he went head first, and it's like a sand pit over there, and he stopped short before he got to the base. So we have one out, and we have Jake Prisco up. And he struck out swinging. It's not Jake. That was Jake Balsam in for Jake Prisco. Okay. At bat now is Luke Payton. We have 2 outs. What's this kid's number? Not telling me. Got a single in there. Mike Goodis, singles to right. 2 outs. Now batting, Luke Payton. Who is what we call the extra hitter. A little high, 1-1. In the dirt, but the catcher's on it quick enough to hold the guy at first. Good hustle by the catcher. Not a good place to be behind home plate here. It is just horrible. I used to catch, and I used to dread catching on fields like this. And that's 3. Struck out swinging. And at the end of 5 complete innings, it is Bridgewater 8, Whitman 2. And on camera is James Cullity and Paul Watson. I'm Mary Watson, your announcer. And this is coming to you as a production of the Whitman-Hanson Cable Access. Whitman-Hanson Community Access. Not cable access, but community access. Throw all these down. Abbreviation letters with that man, you know.
Just say WHCA.
Okay, I've been told to just say WHCA. And that way I can't screw it up too bad. Coaches on each team aren't helping me a lot. They don't tell me when they make subs, so, you know, what can I tell you? Top of the 6th inning here in beautiful downtown Bridgewater. And starting off for Whitman-Hanson is Ty Guden. Ty Guden lives in Hanson. He will be a senior next year at Whitman-Hanson Regional High School. Big boy. Hit on a line shot, diving catch by the shortstop. Great play by the shortstop. He hit it as hard as you could hit it and make an out. Great play by the shortstop. Whitman-Hanson. Bridgewater Ryan Guden. Now batting for Whitman. Playing third base is number 2, Jack Allen. Fouled off by Jack. Ground ball to second baseman. Over to first, routine for the second out of the inning. And now batting for Whitman is number 6, Aiden Mccoy. Who went in for Gavin Scanlon.
Number 17's warming up in the bullpen.
All right. So Whitman might be coming in with a new pitcher next inning. They have warm-up action behind the dugout. Joe Cunningham, who goes to Boston College High and plays for Whitman, is going to Stonehill next year. One of my favorite colleges. And we have 3 outs. A little shaky on the left fielder. Didn't get under it until the last minute. So, after 6.5 innings, score remains 8-2 in favor of Bridgewater. Number 17 is coming in to pitch for Whitman, Joe Cunningham. Coach. Hey, could I get that Whitman-Hanson coach over here? All right, he's ignoring me, but I know he has a new pitcher in there. I just don't know where he's batting or if he's batting or... So we'll just have to wait and see. But the pitcher is Joe Cunningham, lives in Whitman, went to Boston College High, is going to Stonehill in the fall. Probably be playing for Pat Bowen at Stonehill. Hey, Coach. Joe Cunningham, is he going to bat or?
Yeah, this turn to bat. Yeah, he's pitching. He's going to go hit. He's going to line up for Marshall.
Okay, thank you. Cunningham's going to bat for B. Marshall. If it comes to that. All right, Bridgewater's first batter up this inning is number 1, Luke Barry. Oh, high, but he looked good to him. I always like those high pitches. I was not a very patient batter. Didn't walk much. Foul tip, strike out. We have 1 out. 6th inning, bottom of the 6th, and now coming up to bat is number 12, Colin Renane. Joe Cunningham works fast, which is always good for people who find baseball slow. Doesn't take much time out there on the mound in between pitches. Whoa, ball. I don't know where that one missed, but okay, so it's 2-1 on Colin. And it's ball 4. All right, he's had a great day. He's been on 3 out of 4 times, and he's scored 2 runs. So he's 2 for 3 officially, and we have 1 out, 1 on, and now batting is Ryan Guden, the shortstop who last inning made a great play on a sinking line drive. Okay, nice curveball in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Too high, 2-1. Strike. The curve he let go. High. I believe it's 2-2. Run on first. 1 out. Popped up, out of play. Almost got a few fans, but just missed them. Okay, we have a full count. 1 out, 1 on. Ball 4, missed with a curveball. So we have 2 runners on, courtesy of walks. Which drives coaches crazy. They want you to throw strikes, put the ball in play. Now the ball dug out of the ground. Nice stop by Chris Kenny. Joe's struggling with the strike zone right now. Still struggling. 3 balls. 2 runners on already. Okay, and that's 3 straight walks by Joe. Okay, now batting. It's cleanup hitter. 21, Owen Sullivan. There's a lot of sons of Erin on this team. Okay, 1 out, 3 on. All courtesy of walks. And you keep on walking batters like that too. You know, the infielders get bored and lose their focus. Outfielders are digging holes out there and playing with a rawhide in their gloves. Not a ball. He is not finding the strike zone. He's got nowhere to put this guy. Bases are loaded. He's got to come in with a pitch. Nope. 3-0. Kind of wondering why he's pitching from a stretch, too, but I don't think they'd send a runner with an 8-2 lead. Fouled off. And we have a strike. If these run scores, it's going to be very hard for Whitman-Hanson to think about any kind of comeback. Ball 4, and he walks in a run. 4 walks in a row. And Colin Renane scores, walking home. Coach is coming out to change pitches. The right fielder is coming in to pitch. And the pitcher is going out to right field. Now pitching for Whitman-Hanson is number 6,
McCay.
Adam Mccoy. And no change in the lineup, they just switched places. Got that switch, Coach. I'm all set.
Thank you. Yeah.
Just reminder, July 15th, your taxes are due. I haven't done mine yet, so I'm gonna have to get on that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I might send the producer over with him. Who knows? He hasn't had the pleasure since we've been married to go sit there with that tax person. All right, batting. Number 7, Chris McCoy. Struck out, reached on an error, and grounded out to shortstop. Ball 1. No place to put this guy.
Can't see nothing.
Foul ball. It's hard to see. Sun's there. Okay, it's 1-1 on Chris McCoy. Ball 2. Ball 3, 3-1. Bases are loaded. He's got to come in here with a pitch, and we're going to have another run walked in. He hits it. He's got to tag up. Deep fly to center field. Sacrifice fly. The run comes in. Okay, that's 2 outs. And that scored Ryan Guden for the 10th run for Bridgewater. It's a sacrifice fly. Okay, now batting. For Bridgewater is Chris White, who last inning tried to stretch a double into a triple and was thrown out at third. Everybody was yelling for him to stay at second. Coaches, the players, everybody knew he couldn't make third except for Chris. He thought he could. He was wrong. Foul tip, held on by the catcher for strike 2. High. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Everybody should be 2 outs. Everybody will be moving on this pitch. Ball 4. Okay. We have bases loaded again. 2 outs. Now batting for Bridgewater. Number 9. No. Jake Balsam. Playing third base. Gets a hold of one. Just step on third. Fielder's choice. Stepped on third. Got the runner there for the 3rd out. Ground ball to third base. Bases loaded. He stepped on third. Force out. End the inning. But not until 2 more runs came in. So after 6 complete innings, the score is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-2 in favor of Bridgewater. Okay. This is it for Whitman.
Coach, you got 16 going in on the mound. Hey, somebody pick up the thread.
16 going to the mound. Casey Wensley, number 16, is pitching for Bridgewater in the top of the 7th. Score is 10-2. And we have the bottom of the Whitman-Hanson lineup up. Joe Cunningham is coming to bat. Or not. Let's see. Okay, coming to bat now is T.J. Whitman, number 4, who went in for Nick McGorthy. All right, here we go. Top of the 7th. As you know, in X-League baseball, they only play 7 innings, not 9. So this is it for Whitman-Hanson if they can't do it now. Good cut by T.J. Whitman. Strike 1. Ball. Ball 2. Strike 2. 2-2. Foul ball. Oh, great play. Sliding into the fence, first baseman on a foul ball. Grabs it. Shows the umpire that he had it. Great play. 1 out. Play of the game. That's one you remember for the rest of your life. Okay, now batting. Left fielder, number 9, Teddy Massingham. Teddy hits it hard, but right to the first baseman. We have 2 outs. Now batting. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Number 77, Cole Levangie, playing shortstop. Cole's had a rough day today, hasn't reached yet. Maybe this time. Keep the rally or keep the inning alive anyway. balls on Cole. Cole will be a senior at Whitman next year. Got a hold of that one. Alright, and it's a triple by Cole Levangie to keep Whitman-Hanson alive. Left and center fielder. Right between them, deep. It's hard to tell if either one of them had them. They both kind of dived for it. They didn't collide with each other, but it dropped in between them. Alright, now batting, number 25, Chris Zalewski. So we have a triple by Cole Levangie. Foul ball by Chris Zalewski. Big kid. Big kid. If he gets a hold of it, anything can happen. Ground ball to the first baseman, and he plays it. And he made all the outs that inning. And all unassisted. Alright, so at the end of the game, we have Bridgewater Raynham 10, Whitman-Hanson 2. And final score is Bridgewater 10, Whitman 2. I'm Mary Watson. Thank you for tuning in to our coverage of Area X Independent Baseball. You have been watching a production of the Whitman-Hanson Community Access Sports.